Karavan je udruženje koje smo osnovali ovde u Valjevu na Bajiru od naše porodične kuće. Pravimo kulturni centar Karavan, delimo naše znanje i bavimo se našim zajednicom.
A na Oktobarsu ćemo imati jednu prostornu instalaciju koja će se zvati Bagrenjak, to je Tijanina instalacija. Imaćemo jednu kapiju koju sam ja islikao, izlagat ćemo je na Oktobarsu pa ćemo je vratiti u eksterijer Bajra. I imamo jedan video rad Vukašina Nikitovića koji će propratiti celu tu priču oko murala i oko Bajra i muzike na Bajru.
Eto, dođite pa ćete sve vidjeti uživo.
A kako vam se čini Nada je disciplina?
Nada je disciplina.
Jeste Nada disciplina, eto tako nam se čini, u pravu ste.
So, my name is Adrian Melis. I come originally from Cuba, Havana, and my work is mostly related with the idea of art and labor, especially how socio-political and economic systems affect the social behavior of people. One of the works that I'm presenting is a video installation called The Value of Absence, and is about the people in Cuba that they give excuses to the workplace to not go to work. So my project was about to pay these people to not go to work by buying the sound recording of the excuses and making a compilation and a sort of a business with this. Another work that I'm presenting here is it's called engagement rate formula. I created like a production line of where I turn the icon of Facebook, the thumb up, into a real object made out of plaster. Me and some friends, we started calling to some organizations in Spain and in other parts of Europe that they will help us hypothetically to send these lights, the real lights, to Lesbos, the island of Lesbos, to the refugee camp. You can hear all these absurd conversations in the video. The third work I'm presenting here in the Museum of African Art is a 3-channel video installation, and it's based on this historical event that took place in Cuba by the Cuban Revolution when they took over the mountains of Sierra Maestra. So what I did was basically I used this technique of Foley art to create sounds with different objects, in this case mostly garbage. I went to all around the island of Cuba and I invited people who live in extreme poverty conditions to play with these objects that they had around their homes, and the idea was to reproduce the sound of this heroic battle.
Zdravo, moje ime je Milica Dukić i ja dolazim iz Kraljeva, mada duži niz godina sam živjela u Novom Sadu gdje sam završila Akademiju umetnosti i kasnije sam se priključila kolektivima Šok zadruga i Sulu. Velika mi je čast da budem deo ovogodišnjeg programa Oktobarskog salona i deo segmenta izložbenog pod nazivom Nada je disciplina. Predstavit ću se sa 2 serije radova. Jedna se zove Pismo ili glava, a druga serija se zove Tekstilne novine. Prvu grupu radova čine, da kažem, nisu to više slike, već objekti koji podrazumevaju kombinaciju fotografije i možda savremenijeg pristupa u tehnici veza. I njih razvijam praktično duži niz godina, recimo od masa studije pa do danas i dalje aktualna ta neka tema kod mene. I ono što je zanimljivo sa vezom što postoji i naličje koje se ostvaruje prilikom rada sam došla na ideju da te radove predstavim tako prosto da postaju sagledivi sa obe strane. Radovi iz te grupe imat ćete prilike da vidite u galeriji Arket, dok drugu grupu radova čine radovi pod nazivom Tekstilne novine i u poslednje 3 godine razvijam tu seriju kao vid projekta saradnje, gde pozivam drugi ljude ili individue da se priključe u realizaciji dela. Divna stvar vezano za ovu seriju radova jeste što, zahvaljujući ideji koja dolazi od strane kustoskog tima programa, napravit će se saradnja sa magazinom Lice ulice, gde ćemo se svakog četvrtka u prostorijama Galerije SU nalaziti da zajedno kreiramo tekstilnu verziju tog časopisa u tehnici savremenog veza. Proces rada će biti vidljiv javnosti, a takođe svako ko poželi da se takođe uključi u te radionice je više nego dobrodošao, samo je potrebno da se na vreme i unapred najavi na e-mail adresu. I Lice ulice je sjajan magazin koji postoji sa namerom da osnaži ljude kojima je pomoć novčano dobrodošla, te ovim putem pozivam svakako u prilici da podrži magazin kupovinom njihovog najnovijeg broja. I takođe, ako ste voljni da se priključite i vidite radionice i upoznate prodavce časopisa, dobrodošli ste na radionicu Galerije SU.
We are doppelganger artist duo, Isidora and Boško. We start working together in 2006. We started actually being very much interested in experimental film making because we worked in cinema club context. And from there we continue working collectively on various topics. We are mostly interested in what we call politics of moving image, in the way how images, moving images are actually participating in political reality and also historical narratives. What is the content of moving images that are part of our social reality, what we usually see or don't see, and what we create in political sense in a way for the future. We are also part of Hope is a Discipline segment, concept, curatorial concept in this 60th October Salon.
This is work called Records of the Termite Landscape, and it will be two-channel video installation. It's part of our serial project, so since we basically work in serials, and this serial is devoted to Oskar Davičov's book, with the poem book called Records, and it in a way and through this his poetic in this book, we also try to somehow connect our work with our landscape and inner landscape towards outer landscape. So although sounds very abstract, in this specific work we try to connect different position of artistic work and also work as it is, and also in a way choosing this title, and in terms of termites, we want to address this work underneath or underground work. So we try to connect what it means mining for us, since we lot work with archives and extractivism in general sense, and through one very discursive, let's say, discussion. In this video, we try to open some questions of different notes of extractivism.
Hello, my name is Darinka Pop Mitić, and I work as a Hope as a Discipline working group. Together, we research history, we research Yugoslav history, combined with the history of African continent. Together, intertwined between 70s and 80s, they shared much of tragedy, war, and dissolution especially of Yugoslavia from the 90s, and these documents are very resourceful to us, and we are creating some kind of visual monument that will in the future be basis for historical research for future generations to come. Together with Alison Mahalija and Lina Džuverović and Vesna Džuverović, we researched the Olja Džuverović archive and to gather the documents that are valuable to erect this kind of visual monument for future historical research. We also produce a fanzine that will spread around with all the viewers that will represent the short history of Olja Džuverović's archive for everybody who will visit Museum of African Art.
Hi, my name is Jelena Micić. I'm an artist, curator, and organizer living and working in Vienna. For this year's October Salon, Katrin Bem and I developed a collaborative work based on the previously existing tenfold principles. My addition to our collaboration is a closer reading of the EU Critical Raw Materials Act, which regulates the free flow of raw materials within the single-use market. In my opinion, it is very important to put focus on this regulation, having in mind the ongoing reactions of the Serbian people around lithium extraction. It is very important as well to mention this struggle as a 21st century anti-colonial struggle. Here you can see excerpts from this act, which are somehow very presently discussed in public, but in different forms. Especially interesting is the public interest, which is now happening in Serbia, but also the strengthening of the union security and the supply of union security.
Ja sam Jelena Savić i dolazim iz Beograda i trenutno sam u stvari na studijama u Švedskoj, gde se bavim u stvari digitalnom kulturom i bavim se zapravo digitalnim jednakostima i romkinjama. Nekih 20 godina sam u aktivizmu i u principu sam okupirana tim temama. I ono što me zanima jeste neka vrsta odnosa prema romkinjama u feminističkom pokretu i to je jedan od mojih radova zapravo se bavi tom temom. To je dakle jedan rad koji je nastao u okviru Flagship Akademije. To je zapravo mala neformalna grupa ljudi koja razmišlja o temama koji se bave romskom i rasnom politikom, ja tako kažem. Dakle, to je jedna figura, dakle crne ovce, koja pokušava da se nosi sa raznim vrstama diskriminacije za kojima se Romi i Romkinje susreću, ali pre svega razotkriva neku vrstu neromske dominacije nad Romima. Sad, na Oktobarcu će biti predstavljene dve moje pesme. Jedna se bavi dakle, nekim digitalnim prisustvom Romkinja i digitalnom kolonizacijom zapravo i egzistencijom kroz neku vrstu pokušaja da se, ja kažem, zamisli nekakva vrsta herojskog lika, kao što je Optimus Prime, i da se nekako razmišlja o romskom subjektu u tom kontekstu društvene pravde. I to je u stvari ta pesma koja se zove zapravo i Optimus Prime i ona u stvari oslikava neke teme kojima sam ja trenutno okupirana s digitalnom kolonizacijom. Druga pesma je I'm a Messy Bitch. I ona se bavi tim nekim kompleksnim funkcionalnostima, dakle, rasijalizovanih subjekata i nekim međusobnog odnosa između tih rasijalizovanih subjekata dakle, politika dominacije i moći između nekoga ko je, da kažemo, black ili ko ima neku vrstu slične opresije, a koji istovremeno može biti i u toj drugoj funkcionalnosti nekoga ko vrši opresiju. Jedan od radova koji će biti predstavljeni jeste rad Pevaj Star, koji u stvari podrazumeva jedan skup audio snimaka koje sam sakupila zapravo sa YouTube-a, sa interneta i koji predstavlja neku vrstu kolaža hate speech, znači govore mržnje na internetu. Eto, to su teme koje me trenutno okupiraju.
Hello everyone, my name is Đejmi Hadrović. I come from Slovenia. I studied first culture and anthropology, and then I moved to Linz, to Upper Austria, and there I obtained my master's in art, time-based media actually. And recently I also finished my PhD in philosophy. The topic was sexuality and its manifestation in post-Yugoslav cinema. The reason why I'm here is actually by the invitation of Cuban artist Adrian Melis. And what we are doing here is a performance within the performance, so it's actually an extension of his work. And the performance actually is titled Starving Bureaucrat. The performance will happen in African Museum in Belgrade on the 20th of October at 6 p.m. So the theme that we are actually presenting is about labor as well, but mostly about the artists and how they are struggling to survive within this capitalist system. Unpaid job and mostly invisible unpaid work that is happening behind the walls in their offices, and monotonous work such as updating CVs, websites, applying all the time to all these open calls that never ends until infinity. And so that will be the basis of the performance, but the rest is up for you to know, or actually for me to know and for you to find out.
Hello, my name is Katrin Bem. I'm an artist, organizer, and my work is in collaboration, in public and in use. For the October Salon, I had been invited to contribute with the Penfold Principles. And the Penfold Principles are an ethical and pragmatic compass and a tool for ourselves to navigate the art worlds we are in. They have been co-written initially with Kuba Schroeder in 2021 on the occasion of the Compost exhibition at the showroom in London. So for the invitation for Belgrade, I brought the Penfold Principles and Jelena brought the European Framework for the Extraction of Raw Materials. So those two texts, as you can see and tell, are very different in scale and intention. And I just want to point to two terms out of 7 which we are talking about in the little booklet and the compass. One, of course, key term is economy, and economies we want for ourselves, inwards, towards the organizations we run. And there we see economy as a support structure to, in a fair way, enable what we are doing and sustain what we are doing. And towards the outwards, the Penfold Principles are working towards practices of commoning. A second key term, of course, meeting the EU regulations, is the term politics. And again, the compass here distinguishes between how we organize and talk and think towards the organizations we are part of, which is about solidarity and equity. And of course, the politics towards the outwards are clearly post-capitalist. So the wall that Jelena and I edited and pasted together in Belgrade brings those two texts together and highlights some of the key terms and thinking. The wall is a joint collage. All text can be accessed via the QR code on the wall, and they are part of this ongoing editing of ethics, terms and language that's useful and important for us as cultural workers.
Hi, my name is Kiluanži Kia Henda. I'm an artist from Angola. My work deals a lot with the questions of memory, of history and identity, and how violence can really have a negative impact on that, even from the country where I'm from, and even for the general history of the continent. And I work with different medias. I'm a conceptual artist, multidisciplinary artist, and here for the October Salon in Belgrade, I was invited for the exhibition Hope is a Discipline, and I'm showing a work at Museum of African Art in Belgrade. This series of works I'm showing is a new work that I did specifically for the Biennale, and is connected with the idea of work. What is the value we give to work? But it's a series of work this artwork consists in 24 different posters, which are kind of an apology to see about procrastination, about laziness, and how it can be a way of fighting against capitalism and all this unfair system, which is a kind of oppression of when we look to the work market and how many people still exploited. So the idea of work has been popular as a way of one of the only ways of getting dignity, but at the same time it's a way also where many people are pushed into a place where there are no equal rights, where there are no social justice, and there's no a fair distribution of the wealth. So the series called Work Won't Fix It. So if you want to have a better society, it's not only about working and working more and more again, but also about having a better system that workers are protected, where people can get a real retribution of what they do.
Zdravo, ja sam Milica Ružičić, konceptualna umetnica iz Beograda, profesor strukovnih studija na Beogradskoj akademiji poslovno-umetničkih studija.
Dobro. I ako možeš da nam ispričaš o radu koji ćeš prikazati u okviru Hope is a Discipline Oktobarskog salona.
Ok, ja sam na ovaj izazov odgovorila radom koji se zove Hope is a Home, odnosno Hope je jednako Home, i razvila sam taj koncept u smislu saradnje sa beskućnicima, odnosno pokušaj da od ovog projekta napravim jednu vrstu start-upa za neki biznis koji će beskućnici moći sami da možda vode ako imaju želju volju. Znači, ja sam deo novca od ovog budžeta uložila u to pokretanje tog nekog posla uz pomoć njihovog rada sa veštačkom inteligencijom. I onda nastali su neki proizvodi koji će oni moći da prodaju i od toga zarađuju i možda u buduće štampaju i ponovo nastavljaju da prave neku samoodrživo poslovanje. Znači, ovo je neka vrsta pokušaja da se njima da nekakav posao koji oni mogu, a ne moraju da vode. Znači, to je nekakva samo intervencija, pa je na njima slobodna volja da vidi da li će sa tim nastavljati ili će samo taj prvi tičar rasprodati. dođete da vidite više i detaljnije o projektu, možete pročitati i pogledati u galeriji Ulus. Otvara se izložba 20. oktobra od 1 sat. Od 1 do 6 tu će biti beskućnici od kojih možete i da kupite te njihove proizvode, pa dođete da vidite šta smo oni napravili u veštačkoj inteligenciji.
My name is Juana and I'm part of the October Salon with the Oktobar Discipline project and with my work called Guardiães do Cultural. Guardiães is about healing as a community. It's about healing between women. So the idea, it began as a necessity for myself as a woman to connect with the other women, and I didn't know how to do this. So I decided to create a kind of ritual to connect with the other women. The ritual is made of 9 steps, from empathy to healing. And the last step is to become a guardian. So everyone who participates in this project and this ritual ends up being a guardian. And then they have the responsibility to repeat this with the other women in the society, in the real life. This will be my second time showing this work. So the first time I created, I made an open call, and I invited women that wanted to be part of this healing process with me. I wrote on Facebook if they want to be part of this project. I explained what it is, what it's about, and if they want to be part, they will come and connect with me, and we will talk and have a kind of session. And I'm gonna be presenting a performance with local women and some kind of, not exactly this. It's not the same, but it is actually. We will do an open call to other women to can participate, to make all this performance to be shown in this as a discipline project. When I talk about women, the idea is to include everyone. We are asking for women and kind of person that fights as a woman, and race, social status, and age. Because this is, as I said, it's important to include. Just need to understand that themselves as a woman and be here to be part of the project.
Čestito na prvoj nagradi i kako se osjećate, kako je vama to bilo iskustvo?
Mi bismo prvo da zahvalimo celom timu okviru disciplinu, zato što ste nas izadali, zato što smo bili divni za saradnju te cure i zaista nam je bilo drago da sarađujemo. Također da zahvalimo celoj ekipi Kulturnog centra Beograda i mnogo nam je drago da je institucija kao Oktobarski salon savremene umetnosti prepoznala značaj ovog našeg rada u Valjevu i na Bajsku.